Little Agnes stumbles upon this bone-chilling secret. She gets real crafty and stabs her thigh with a tree thorn to fake that first period. Then she scoots over to her mom and shows off the blood on her dress. Louise, figuring Agnes really got her first period, whisks her into the room pronto to sort it out. Once they're in the room, Agnes bursts into tears and yanks out her phone. She's all shaky, spilling that idyllic couple Patty and Sierra, who invited them over, are actually a pair of murdering psychos. Agnes says the pics on her phone are proof of the families they've offed. Louise's heart skips a beat. She's clueless how her little girl sniffed this out. Just a short while back, Patty's mute kid, Aunt, swiped a bunch of keys while his old man was 3 sheets to the wind. Then he bolted out to play ball with Agnes. Next thing you know, they've wandered out of Shira's sight. Aunt whips out those keys, unlocks an iron door, and leads Agnes into a house. Then he pries open this ground cover smack in the middle, and they're in a creepy basement. This basement is nightmare fuel. Agnes spots a heap of school bags, suitcases, plus all kinds of clothes and daily junk. She's super confused. Aunt whips out this chunky photo album and starts finger-talking to Agnes. Turns out his folks were some serial photo op junkies with other families. Agnes is lost though, so Aunt points to each kid in the photos, making it crystal clear they all ended up as the murderous couple's victims. Then Aunt's face pops up in the album, and the couple behind him? They're his real mom and dad. Right away, Aunt points to his tongue and mimes a scissor chop with his mouth wide open. Agnes's eyes go saucer wide. She gets it now. After Patty and Kira bumped off his parents, they snipped his tongue to keep him quiet. Then Aunt fishes out another photo, a group shot of Agnes's family with the killers. It's like a neon sign flashing. They're next. Agnes freaks out right away. She fumbles for her phone and snaps a pic of that darn photo pronto. Agnes plays it cool, faking that first period, and spills the beans to her mom alone, says these two are gunning for them. And get this, they bumped into Patty and Kiara while on vacation. Looking back, it was all a setup from the start. Louise, cool as a cucumber on the outside but freaking out inside, hushes Agnes. Don't you dare make a peep or shed a tear. Then she sneaks out and drags Ben Dalton in. To Patty, she fibs that Agnes is scared silly because it's her first time and needs her daddy's comfort. And Patty, he doesn't suspect a thing. Once Ben's in the room, mom and daughter lay it all out. Louise bolts to the window, yanks the curtain shut, and digs out a push-pull shiv from the cabinet for self-defense. After some hushed chatter, they settle on playing dumb and skedaddling out of this hellhole. So the family struts out, acting all nonchalant. Agnes got her period and wants to head home, so we're cutting our visit short. Patty's none the wiser and even walks them to the door. All the families that got suckered into this joint have kicked the bucket. Just as Agnes's family's about to pile into the car and scram, Patty spots the flat tire. They all freeze. Is he gonna flip and attack? But then, Patty waltzes out of the repair room, grinning like a Cheshire cat, tools in hand, and gets down to changing that flat like it's no biggie. The Daltons start second-guessing. Maybe they misjudged the guy. Anyway, they're dead set on leaving. That's when Agnes glances up and gasps. Her bunny doll's perched on the roof. Their hearts start pounding again. But Patty, smooth as silk, grabs a ladder and rescues the doll. False alarm, or so they think. After all the goodbyes, Patty gives Louise a hug and plants a couple of sneaky kisses. Louise's skin crawls. She shoots a look at Ben, who gives a little head shake. Don't tip our hand. They finally slide into the car. Aunt's trapped in this nightmare with the killers. Agnes is dead set on springing him. Ben signals Aunt to open the gate so they can make a run for it, but Patty calls him back, clicks his remote, and the gate swings open. The Daltons have no choice but to bail on Aunt for now. They'll figure a way to save him later. The car is about to clear the gate when Agnes has seen Patty shove Aunt into the river. Ben dives out to save him. Meanwhile, Louise guns the engine, desperate to get Agnes to safety. But in a flash, Patty hits that remote again, and the gate slams shut. By the time Ben hauls Aunt out of the water, Louise and Agnes are in Patty's clutches. Patty drags them to the repair room, snarling at Louise to wire him $200,000. Then he forces her to shoot off emails to the landlord and school, spinning a yarn about moving back to their hometown. Classic cover-up. And the next step, killing off the Daltons and making Agnes their new pet project. Sierra's been barren as a desert, so she's got this twisted urge to snatch other people's kids. To keep Agnes quiet, Patty's about to jab her with a sedative. Big mistake. That sets Louise off like a firecracker. Louise sneaks the push-pull shiv out of her pocket while Patty's got his back turned. Then she spins around, blade flashing. Patty hits the deck. Kiara whirls the gun on her. Agnes, quick as a wink, swipes the sedative and stashes it. Louise clutches that gun barrel, eyes locked on Patty. He tries to dodge, but Louise is too fast. She nabs the big gun. Ant seizes the moment, snags the keys, and they all hightail it out of there, locking the repair room behind them. They dive into the car and peel out of the gate. But no sooner have they cleared it than they run smack into Patty's neighbor. Turns out he's in on it too. He swings up a rifle and starts blasting. The Daltons scramble back into Patty's house, slamming and locking every door and window. With the neighbor's help, Patty and Ciara wriggle free. Patty bellows from outside, all cocky. "You're trapped, suckers. There's no way out." The Daltons are stuck in this darn house. Outside are those bloodthirsty murderers. Louise bolts to call the cops, but Sarah's already yanked that phone line clean out. All she gets is a dead dial tone, and their cell phones, snatched by the murderous couple just a hot minute ago. They're up a creek without a paddle. Even with wings, they ain't getting out of here. But Ben's got a trick up his sleeve. He whips up a makeshift Molotov cocktail using a wine bottle and a towel from the table. He's aiming to toss it out and set the straw on the warehouse roof ablaze, praying for a rescue signal. Then Ben pries open that window partition. With a deafening bang, the glass shatters into a million pieces. Louise grabs the big one, ready to cover her man while he chucks the bottle. But that roof's got a slope. The Molotov tumbles down and smacks into their car. Boom! The whole thing goes up in a ball of fire. Right about now, Patty, Ciara, and the neighbors split up, like they're on some twisted scavenger hunt for the Daltons. Patty struts in, crowbar in hand, and pries open the front door. The neighbors sneaking in through the skylight. And Ciara, she squeezes into a box, thinking she's gonna ninja her way in through the basement. The Daltons hear the ruckus and go on a weapon hunt. Ben snags a hammer, and Louise grabs a fork and a bottle of drain cleaner. Patty's in the living room now. "Quit wasting your time. Come on out. I might go easy on you if you're lucky." Louise shoves a cabinet against the living room door, but her feet slip. Patty hears that and zeroes in. He twists the lock, and when it won't budge, he throws his weight into the door. Louise stabs his arm hard with the fork. Patty goes ballistic, lets loose a hail of bullets, 4 or 5 in a row. Just then, Louise hears Ciara loading up her gun outside another door. She shoves the cabinet back, locks up, and bolts through the third door. Patty gives one last heave and busts the door open. He meets up with Ciara, and they head upstairs. The killers are right outside the room. Ant coughs, and it's like a siren in the silent tension. Patty's ears perk up, and he stalks over to the wardrobe, yanks it open, and before he can blink, Louise pops out, spraying that drain cleaner right in his eyes. Patty screams like a banshee. Louise grabs the kids and books it upstairs, but they run into the neighbor. He fires, and the bullet hits the mirror. Louise drags the kids the other way. The neighbor's about to give chase when Ben tackles him from behind. But this neighbor's no pushover. He flips Ben, pins him down, and starts shoving his head onto the mirror. Ben's eyes are inches from the glass when Louise swings in with an axe, slamming it into the neighbor's noggin. She freezes for a sec, her first kill hitting her hard. Then she snaps, "Grab his keys! We're getting out of here." The murderer's down but not out. Patty's eyes are burning, courtesy of that drain cleaner. His wife's trying to hose his eyes down with the shower, but Patty's paranoid, thinking the Daltons are gonna skip town. "Go after 'em," he growls. The Daltons don't dare go downstairs. The skylight's their only ticket. Lucky for them, the neighbor left the ladder. Ben climbs out first and then helps the 2 kids and Louise out. Just as Agnes is halfway down, Ciara shows up, gun aimed at Ben's head. But Louise is like a mama bear. She grabs a tile and beans Ciara with it. Ciara tumbles off the roof, done for. The ladder goes too. Patty hears the crash and knows. He roars, "They're gonna pay for this." Dad's the hero here. The ladder's gone, and it's a nearly 10-foot drop. Patty could be on them any second. Ben clenches his jaw and jumps. His leg gives out, but he grits his teeth and gets the ladder back up. Agnes hits the ground first. "Hide," he says. Then Ant and Louise. They're about to scram when they hear Patty's wheezing. He pops up, grabs Agnes, and barks, "Drop the guns." Louise drops to her knees, begging, "Don't touch my girl." Patty, looking at his wife's body, seethes. "She's dead." Your girl's gonna be my little helper from now on. He fires, but it's a wild shot. The murderer was actually taken down by the little girl. Patty looks down, and there's the sedative needle in his arm courtesy of Agnes. He goes limp as a noodle and hits the dirt. Louise swoops in for the gun. Ben's got his sights on Patty too, but he hesitates. Let the law do the dirty work and punish this creep proper. But he grabs this huge rock and goes all Hulk on Patty's head. Bam, bam, bam. 3 times in a row, like he's on a vengeance rampage. You killed my folks, made me a mute. This ain't even close to payback. After the dust settles, they skedaddle. Agnes hands over her fave rabbit doll to Ant. Leave the hate behind. Time to make a new start. This movie is called Speak No Evil. It's a thriller that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Agnes and Ant are total brainy badasses. The plot twists and turns like a roller coaster. If you dig this video, smash that like button and subscribe. Catch you next time.